die. All time, they've played 3 matches against SEN before this one. They've never won a map. They're down 0-6
First map VOD is up as well, if anyone missed it. Right, we've got MIBR on defense, we've got Sentinels on attack, and we got no raid boss this time, but a sheriff.
Aspas needs to lead them.
Aspas will have his 2000th kill in VCT
Hey,
Americas
they wait
on this
for
map.
the recon, that's kind of nice as
Higher
well.
than anybody else in any other international league, and he'd love for it not to be bittersweet. MIBR need this map to stay alive.
It's Nasra who's actually now rotated into halls, was in a more passive position, but wants to play with Artzin, forced to get out, routed by the guided salvos.
Completely clears halls. Artzin going to play close to it. Anti-flash!
Oh
and whips
my.
himself around. Ends up being a 1-for-1, but Nasra has seen better days. He's low, and Cortesia is forced out by this Arcros. Again, this hip, new, cool comp from Sen. Made it hard.
Dude, he cringed when he said it.
They are triple stacked up back halls, but MIBR don't have any utility piece to get them out of there.
Celsius shows. Cortesia will be noted now as Aspas goes down, still denied that 2000th. And Genom really led the way for MIBR on a very underwhelming Abyss.
Still not a good start. 3-2 with the pistols. Obviously 1-0 on this.
Tucked behind the nebula, but only got 1. Sentinels.
Yeah, he was unlucky to not get the kill on Celsius here.
G2 in that instance. Tough start for MIBR.
Like that anti-flash turn there.
Yeah, that's just an armor.
Once again, an imposter among us.
Oh, sorry, it's narrate, right?
And we see immediately in that round as well on display the dangers of trying to play some of those positions where you're dug into the site back halls. You're just going to get crushed.
Okay, they go for the classic, and honestly, MIBR do this all the time. They go knife deep, so they can at least take A control. So maybe Shanim's going to get a. Sorry, Shanim's going to get up. It's wild that the drone can literally get to here.
So much distance.
Here's a Yoru clone. Cortesia sees it, goes for the shot. Prowler cleared.
Oops.
Okay. Stinger go. Cortesia trying to hold his own, but eventually the Prowler comes to call.
The right person's getting the right kills at the moment. They throw the spike over towards Zek, and they get Zekin's ult. They've already got the ult, and then honestly, you would imagine the Bang can just start dueling here a little bit. Okay, where? Yeah, who do they want to get at? Okay, still feeling like Bang can just hunt eventually. We'll keep an eye on Aspas. He's got a wall that he doesn't want to walk past yet, but he's going to have to die into this round.
John's going to go hunting.
So he needs to move away from there.
Wants to get a bit closer to that Armageddon. He's way off at the moment.
Moroccan mastermind wants for a bit more of a fight. Artesian lies in wait. There's a crossfire there to catch him, but
yeah, I'm surprised Bang didn't go for this, but I guess he's got heavy armor.
He brought heavy armor into the round, fair enough, and Sen string those quick couple together.
I'm excited to see what they have in store for us with the dimensional drift. That's going to be the pivotal element of this round. Sen love to try and pressure towards B.
Love the sign. Dude, love the signs earlier. They have multiple.
Like to default, and then he'll gate crash, teleport back.
Love that you're always just trying to give me gifted, dude. I appreciate that.
Maybe 2 going through Art, and then he goes to the other 2 in A main. They run a lot of plays like that.
Also, the heavy Teho util into halls, and then Zekin gate crashes or comes out of dimensional drift into that spot.
Yeah, and they're just spamming B hits at the moment.
Sentinels in this tournament have won
this drone, just getting mass value. We got ult, and then we have a TP all the way back here if he wants to as well.
That is quite the stat wire.
Yeah, and he's going to clear all the elbow, and he's going to be able to just get out over towards elbow.
Oh, we're doing this. Already
yeah,
goes down.
Dude, how do you even, how are you meant to do anything here? Bro's trying to long range use the Bucky.
Once again,
dude, the clone flashed him and they ended up dying to damage.
Sorry, this is a bonus with a Bucky and a Spectre.
Yeah, this is looking done, isn't it? I know it's super early, but
gets the better of Bang and comes out unscathed.
It's just a nightmare to play against.
The plan for MIBR had been just to save.
Yeah, they're just gonna save.
They
just gotta save, and Sentinels get so much money.
Towards B. The dimensional
that VLR user.
Insanely powerful.
I mean, it's just such a snowball at the moment.
Especially so in this meta.
It can't be much better for Sentinels.
Really prevalent. Being able to ping these players out, knowing that they had retreated into Link, then they're enclosed in that tight space. It's just free for John.
And despite MIBR being happy to mix in these double duelist comps, something a little bit different, there are some maps like this where they are really play such a traditional style comps that you could argue have been power crept a little
I'm
bit.
playing
with
Yoru.
Teho and
Definitely
you
on
know,
this
Yoru being
map.
so powerful.
The SEN came into this tournament running all of the new agents and putting a big emphasis
But I
on
think if you
Yoru.
don't
It's
run the
been very
Yoru, you
G2.
maybe at least run the
Most of that duelist.
they
It
tanked
is
all of
just
that. You maybe at
tragic.
least run
MIBR, they're
a
able to get
chamber,
a reasonable buy into this round because of those saves, though. Few
or you can
Guardians
do the
among them.
double.
He's done it, by the way. 2,000 kills
2,000.
for Aspas. And it was a clean one, by the way.
Leading the globe.
Yeah, the most killingest player in every international league. I think Texture's the next closest at like 1,760 odd. So he's clearing.
Early 0 point over towards
It's like
A.
200
Didn't
clear.
connect for MIBR, and it's going to allow Shannon to post up in a more aggressive position as center on this mid exploration. Look at the space that Second is just proactively gaining. He can teleport out whenever he wants. He's going to take the
Do you
risks.
think?
Why not straight?
Do you think MIBR know where Pal is set?
Does, in
Yeah,
fact.
that's honestly that's probably where they're
Hang
going
around a little
wrong.
Longer.
Everyone would feel a lot more
out
comfortable on the
towards the
map
bottom
if they
wall,
know
connected
where it's set. You're
Is
right.
there a main presence here for MIBR? They do have Shannon pushed up. Narrate's waiting for a call or a piece of util to come back off cooldown.
MIBR being forced
Into
to
the
watch such
ground.
passive angles. And with this noise cut, look at Artzin.
He's drifting back over. There could be an avenue here for Zekin to get in. He is committed. There's no gate crash available. Shannon is tucked in and ready
Alright.
to throw down. He knows he has no choice. It's do or die. Might have had a timing, but the Prowler does sniff him out.
Very
He's
nice, dude.
electric.
Very, very nice.
Beautiful transfer into both heads.
All we have to do is lose hope, right?
Celsius and Zekin, though, putting it
Spike's
together.
still
They're
down.
not out
20
of the woods just
seconds.
yet.
Yeah, they get the TP there so we can pick it up. Insta
They might be
TP to
obviously-
save time for the plant. Very nice.
Up on the site here, time is short. This is going to light them.
Still got the
Zekin
wall,
clears it in
right?
time.
Oh, okay.
Protection now, the Arcrows kept him at bay. Didn't buy enough time.
4
It
bullets.
wasn't enough. It's going to be up to Celsius
Okay, it's
yet
probably
again.
down to
MIBR,
damage.
this is must win.
Oh, Celsius has to reload there. Takes so much damage. These are just taps on the spike. Celsius.
Ooh.
Big
God.
ask, in fairness.
There was a shot. They were
No,
lined
yeah,
up
when they
next to
lined
each
up, I
other.
was like, oh my goodness.
That would require
No
something.
armor for them though, so it's
Should have
like
incredible
it's a
control
really,
of
really
aiming
nice
in that
round still.
Against the odds after getting
3
chopped up by a
people
Prowler.
that have to get
Yeah, the round completely defined
free
by
by
him
guns.
There. There was definitely a time period in the mid-round where he could feel the walls closing in on him after Zekin got all of that space towards Art playing off the stealth drone.
Nice,
Knew that there was going to come a time where he was going to get pinched by players in main and coming from the site.
Dude, the stat guy's going crazy.
Just let him have a good day.
He's playing
Just
great.
let him have a day.
He's looking like an all-star today. we don't need to bring that up.
Man, we are going deep here to try
It's
and
better to forget.
Pretty much
deflect the
2 years
cranium
ago.
of Zelsa's. Jesus. We're going for the deep magic to keep him grounded. That's wild.
Aspas is pushed up here alone. Given that Sen
Okay, like we
not running
said,
the KO, which is
important
only seen often on
round.
this
They
map.
spot
Doesn't have to worry
Aspas
about getting his
close.
dash turned off,
Does
so
that
he
give
can,
him any
play
kind
a
of
bit
read
more
into what the setup
actively in that
is?
way than he was able to on Abyss.
Surely our statisticians aren't hinting at the possibility of a reverse sweep here as well in a best of 5. It's too much to imagine at this point. Still another slow
Okay,
round
fake
here.
pressure over towards A as we can see. Keeping 4 people
double
here.
powers actually being sent.
The fact that there was
And as
no
well,
pressure at the
trying to make a
beginning and
lot of noise
Aspas
in Art.
has a lot to
Aspas
do.
doesn't expect
Narrate kind
the
of
recall
commits
at
a
the
little
start as
bit,
opposed to
but
the full nebula placement. He's able to reposition though, albeit having taken a little bit of damage, and it might be a grab. Well, Nova Pulse actually catches him on that corner. There are players pinged out for Aspas,
Whoa.
and Cortesia gets involved.
Ooh, nice. All
Aspas'
headshots, of
victory is
course.
unleashed and a flawless here for
Yeah, give me that
MIBR
replay. How have they
SEN.
done this?
Let the sands of time
Clean
slip
as
through
well.
their
Every
fingers.
single
Really confident
person
decision
survives.
from
Couple of
MIBR
armor
to
rebuys.
get
That's
in
it.
and anchor with
And he's good
Aspas.
now.
Despite having picked up that kill on the other side of the map, they could have just played for an honest 5-on-4 retake. But now they wanted to fight them at the choke.
Oh, it's giving Jorgamo that one.
Yeah, it really is. Honestly, it's giving they took away from that G2 game that we should fight them at the smoke while they're getting into the site, close up.
Saved Aspas?
Those
Oh no, I
further
mean he saved
positions
Aspas,
in
saved the
site, like
rounds.
halls, they're going to get littered
Been a
with
little
all
bit
of
of
that
hero
utility.
plays, right?
We have to
These
stop
two
them
at the
at
moment,
choke and
saving them
play
into the 2
aggro.
rounds.
Worked out for them there.
Zelsa's taking
And
the
it's put them in
hit
a
buying
position where if they win
the
this round,
stinger.
Sen's economy is going to get broken.
And this time from MIBR, so they didn't
Teeters on
have
the
any
edge
info
right
over towards A. They like to get info over towards A. Aspas set up,
by
recon over
Sentinels.
towards B.
Aspas is
Hit
the
no
one
one, so they
manning the
can
helm at
stay
the
strong.
main position this
4
time.
people. Even the rotates coming in.
Bang opts to pull back here after the Prowler.
Oh, they might have
It's
overextended. Let's see.
And MIBR, they triple re-clear
Because
arc.
we
That's really good from them to get some information for the
still
rotates.
had a bit of timing here.
From this point, they still have a turret watching towards B link as well.
Yeah, they
Cortezio
definitely
wants to
pulled them
play
out of
off that.
position
Does he get
without
ahead or does he take the fight, though?
original
Lockdown
A
round
pressure
here for the defenders. Keep that in
and R
mind.
pressure.
Full firing squad for Cortezio, and Artesian just oversteps.
The knife hits
his
4.
He's trying to do too much. He
Yeah.
overextends just to get the molly off. It just didn't matter that much, man. His life is thrown away.
Still, time is getting short. Once again, Sen have allowed the wick to burn fairly low.
Dodge
They
is
want
the
to pivot
recon as
towards
well.
B. Nazwa, the lone player.
I like this from
It's a long-range
Sentinels
engagement,
though.
but he just
Like even though they got
struggling to
absolutely wrecked over
right into
towards
the
B,
firing
they
line.
still don't
All right. Steel Guard are going to be used
second
here on
guess
B.
it and just go again.
Does
It's
have to be a
the
commitment, but there's
prove you can
nobody
hold it
here at
twice
the
in a
door
row
to
kind of
greet
theory.
Sentinels this time around. No spray down, no Aspas gumming up the
There are
works.
so many people that are going to
Under
get their
Cortezio
ults
here with the
soon.
lockdown, you need to play
Bang,
around the
1
timing
away,
of
John
John's
1
guided
away,
salvos.
and
He
Zek
still
and 2
has
away.
them up at the moment, so if he decides to place that,
You
it's
can't let that.
absolutely worthless right now.
There's no way you can do that. John surely is holding on to this ability. Wild that a rechargeable ability can counter an ultimate.
Yeah, they give them nothing on this as well.
Tejo's world, we're just living in it. Aspas can't help Cortezio on this push. Still, though,
Sure.
man, the guy's classy. Great piece. Zekin easily felled. It was like a Nova Pulse there on the side. Narrate has to go massive here. It all starts to fall apart, but this time on Narrate's side. As in, it's getting low for MIBR. Narrate playing with his food.
Ooh,
Sinom
time?
finds his third of the round, but no time left.
No time.
And MIBR will go up in smoke.
The flank from Genem almost
Okay,
it
Nerd
almost
did good.
completely paid off, but
Right, did good. Honestly,
ultimately, it's
MIBR
just
gave
too
that a
late. The
pretty
Sentinels comp,
good
it's
go.
all
I thought they were
about
fully out of
delay
it.
onto the
Did great.
spike, and Narrate's movement at the end there just
Yeah,
staying
if they hit one of the
alive. That was
shots, one of the extra
beautiful. That's
shots
all he
early.
needed to do. The WinCon was just not fighting, not going down. He plays to it, wastes the clock.
It starts with Artesian just getting too far forward at mid doors. You know, I think it's pretty clear that
Yeah, this
Cortezio
is
realizes there's no point
They got 3,
overheating in that,
they got
in that
2.
environment.
And so we need
But
to see
he can't
all
make
of these
these
ults used
lockdown
into it. The
around.
Killjoy ult's a little
This
bit
is
weird
around
now
that could
because
be worth
obviously the
2.
Teo
Both
stuff just
teams
one pops
struggling
it.
economically as Aspas picks up the operator.
He's
And
really cheating up here too.
Second one off of the dimensional drift, and around where John is the Armageddon, but it doesn't matter. He goes down.
That was
So
nice.
clever,
It went
he knew
right,
that
it went
stealth
left.
drone would have lit him up, so he just repositions and waits for the inevitable peak. Zekin's been nullified in 2 consecutive rounds now.
Shannon from this position prior was
Timing
able to
is
shut
incredibly
down the Sentinels'
unlucky.
advance, but not
No
this
Astra
time.
now as
Evened
well.
up 4 versus 4.
Bang's getting in
Celsius
the
has
game now.
insane timing. He hits both of them.
MIBR have rotated quickly, multiple players in secret to fight together and flank from Cortezio.
Remember, there's no Astra util available to MIBR here. The Armageddon comes in.
Oh
my
boy.
goodness!
They did so much damage with the Astra Suck on top of that as well. That's cool. They did this the other time. Damage towards the back with the Astra Suck was sick.
Here through Flower. Not a favorable scenario for MIBR.
Arsene pop flashes out, but
And then what?
Osmos isn't there. There's nothing to do off the back of
Eric,
it.
thank you so much.
Both flashes used
Thank you for the raid.
all for naught.
Remember, the economy here for MIBR. It's in tatters.
At this point, guys, you just have to save. Wasted
think
too much
so?
time. No util to get through. It's a wrap. Osmos,
Yeah.
he gets his, but
It's
who
rough for
cares?
MIBR
He's
now.
lost the op. The economy is now
Gotta
totally broken
eco.
for MIBR.
And
That
there
feels
is
like
a
moment
lot
where
of
maybe
ults
they're
for
feeling the pressure.
Sentinels.
They're indecisive.
An inflection point, and it all opens up with Bang.
The op
taking
there,
the
yeah, he
duel
just
against
kinda has to
Gentleman A main,
save.
who takes the Astra out of the game, the one with all that util that could slow a plant down. That's a shot to the heart here for the defenders.
Yeah, dude, I love their Teo ult strat though. This is the second time they've used it. They definitely have the set strat for it.
Over towards Secret. The pressure from that heavy for the defenders.
Damn, I mean, Cubit's probably had a pretty tough time with things. Somewhat like this, yeah. Yes, absolutely. Blink twice if you need saving.
Timeout called by Fraud for MIBR is a round like
This is
that
a best
could
of
cause
5,
the
yeah.
game to slip completely out of their hands. They have so many ultimates to play with, but no money to assist. So this is going to be an eco round when we get back into things.
For MIBR, to make it to Bangkok, it would have to be the second ever reverse sweep in a best of 5 in VCT America's history. And they'd have to look stellar over the next 2 maps after this, which are split and bind respectively. It is an uphill battle.
Absolutely. This is an MIBR
Champ should be a best of 7, mate.
VCT,
With the amount of tech pauses we would get,
8 losses,
that would actually be like 8 to 9 hours
They've
long.
got 4 wins right now in 2025. They've already tied that. This is the best the MIBR organization has ever done. Ospas, you expect him to be here. He exudes greatness. But for the org, this is something they've never been able to achieve. Heartbreaking if it ends here. So close to making their first international event.
Who's next? That's the depth of competition in this league. There's Zekin on the dimensional drift. We know what the numbers say about the
This was
round.
cool, they faked that.
And he's going to emerge with the bucket.
He faked the strat. He faked the ult that they did last time as well.
Better at killing players in the turret at range. There's one of the rifles.
Bro, he ain't moving.
Yeah, he's got another one on him. Bucky Ace?
Cortesia, a belly full of shot. Zach in a belly full of fire to get SEN to yet another global event.
Oof.
Damage there through dugout onto Aspas. He's wallbang down to 40. And there's so
Oh,
much
he
of
might
this
go for
utility
it.
for SEN still available.
He might cut him off. They're going to save one gun.
To save.
That was the only chance for Aspas to get a kill. Yeah,
Yeah,
he needs to
he
hold
has
on
to
this
somehow get a
rifle.
gun
He
and
has
get out of there,
600
so he's
in
not
the
going to
bank.
get the ace.
Desperately needs that for the full buy round coming up next.
Aspas is pinged out by the Haunt. They know exactly where he is, and a couple of extra bullets than otherwise were required there, but all good. All good.
And walls, they might be closing on Noswer. Push from Flowers and from the B side.
It comes at the right time.
kinda
Noswer
needs-
won't have a leg to stand
He
on.
doesn't
That's
need
one
to save the gun
Zelsis.
because he can buy next,
Once
but
again, the architect of MIBR's demise, not even allowed to keep that singular gun. No mercy, no quarter.
That kill could have a lot of weight into this one. Looking like a tough buy. Not the worst, actually. I mean, there is going to be the op for Ospas. Noswer just relegated to some poor armor, but can get a decent rifle. This is Samson from Zekin. I mean,
Dude, this game looks so stupid when we start getting the Bucky out in slow-mo.
Getting all of that
The
information,
reality
presence
sets
towards
in a
B,
little bit.
Immediate teleport into Art. Gets the
We're actually
location
playing
of
a kid's
everyone on
game.
A where the actual hit is coming
really
in.
are.
It's insane how much value you can extract from that ult when you have the right gate crash and game plan around it.
Every 4 rounds, just getting to have an I win button. Absurd. All right, Zelsis
okay,
picked
good
out
amount
by
of ults.
It is Aspas.
Good amount of ults for MIBR. You would love to see him into this. They got Astra ult, so they got to fight it heavy over towards site. Killjoy ult again, which I don't know if they're ever going to get value unless they kill the Teo early.
For MIBR, dare I say, this is their final chance in this. Have to get back into the game, or SEN will have firmly ran away with this on the attack side.
That was nice. Info came in and they did
Ultimate
salvo
steal
to
in
break
play
the turrets, right?
For the Brazilian side, who are double stacked over towards Art.
No way main presence here for SEN though. They are plentiful in this part of the map, that A-link position. Genom does well, and he always has. But John eventually has his.
He is just good on the swings, playing off of Nereid's
VV3,
and playing off of
kind of
it
good to go for it.
for
If
that
Noswer
trade
gets
when
a
he
kill,
goes
he
down
gets
to get
ult.
the man advantage secured.
And this shock dart, all that.
Glass cannon operator. Noswer has to stop them here.
Yeah, you
It's
can go
hard to
play your ult
imagine
on
Aspas
this.
gets value, and there's no guns, there's no rifles for him to pick up when in his vicinity.
Noswer has the Hunter's Fury. Does he try to rattle that off right now off the recon? No, he just doesn't feel like it's the right timing.
Bang heads upstairs briefly, and there's Noswer down. Aspas,
Don't know, I think you
surely
gotta
not.
ult that.
You can't go for this. Right?
He has to. This round is just too important. Can he find the first?
No armor, operator. And I feel the wind picking up.
Ooh, nice shot, bro.
The
Yeah,
human
they needed
tornado
something like this.
clutches an unlikely round up for MIBR, a desperate round.
Yeah, he does hit some mad shots sometimes.
Must win for them. That was the economy on the
Very,
line.
very
Clutch
consistent.
1v2. Aspas, he really hasn't been able to get into this series in a significant way. The team has
The hop behind me, and so Liquid only do a couple of
clutching out the
it's
1v2
displays,
with
right?
everything on the line. This half on the
and
line.
this one looked a little bit like Zelda.
Now they've
So I
got a
was like,
chance.
why
They
not?
still have all the rolls.
And they can still buy.
Back when I used to like one-player
Despite
games.
Aspas being the only player to exit the round, the win is enough to get
Naive.
MIBR in a
When I was a
position
naive kid.
to match the arsenal of
Before I
Sentinels.
found the
Sometimes
internet.
it just takes watching one of your teammates go off in that fashion to get the confidence surging back. I love this timeout right now, actually called from
I've seen the kicker much?
Yeah, the frozen kicker is what they're going for. This is a really great timeout call, especially, I mean, in addition to that.
Back to Zelda.
This is another
The game's
opportunity
banging. To be
for
fair,
Sen to
those
break
games are banging.
MIBR's economy,
Ocarina of
and if it's
Time is
going to be
actually
an
a banger.
explosive ultimate round, that might just completely dumpster the rest of this half.
Is this attack-sided? Yeah, it is attack-sided. You're all
And the
good.
messaging probably isn't doom and gloom. You're up against Aspas. These rounds are going to happen every now and then. Everything else for Sentinels looks like it went right. They come off the back of a really successful dimensional drift round. By the way, Zekin is 2 orbs away from his next one. So we might see that as early as next round. But likely before the half, we'll get another one of those. Armageddon up for John. MIBR,
You don't watch movies because it's already been filmed. What? I don't get the angle you went for.
Something to keep an eye on, for sure.
I'm not sure about the angle, dude. I see what you went for, but I'm not sure it hit. I'll be honest.
Aspas still with that operator posted up towards.
He's got a
B.
point, has he? Or maybe I've missed the point.
From Sen that has forced him back in those instances. 1-3-1 from Sen to open this up.
Another cheat up here for Aspas.
Sen have really excelled at controlling art in this game. It's allowed for
Don't read history because it happened. I make history. Holy.
Credit controlling the map.
They've emphasized A main a lot less in this game compared to what we've seen in the past. Frankly, Chenam's been stalwart in locking down that.
Dude, they have so many ults.
I'm just looking at MIBR's rotates because on the bottom left of the minimap, you just see Aspas has pushed all the way up into B main. The rest
And
of the team
Aspas has full info over towards here. Stack over towards A. The problem with this is they could tank the fade ult.
Time elapses, and we have.
And dude, every single time they have the tail ult, they just do the tail ult rounds. And this is going to be no different, right? They might even fade ult, and then you run into it, and it's a combo. Yeah, here we go. Do you fade ult now in front?
Into the site proper. Here's Zelsus taking Arzine down. That, of course, was an L command. Second, dodging these Hunter's Fury shots. Noswell hoping for much more off that, and a lot of ultimates already teased out of MIBR. Here's a lockdown. John does not have his salvo.
Yeah, he doesn't have his salvos. It's actually a good time unless. Yeah, they gotta respect this. Well, he does.
And there it is.
Well, there goes the ult. Damn, dude. The timing was just off. Yeah, he didn't have them for about 2 seconds and he insta got it back.
With the op.
Noswell spotted out. Pinged as well.
And they spotted both there as well. So they might tunnel vision a little bit.
He's Aspas getting involved now.
Oi, Aspas is hitting some shots.
Doesn't expect the third, though they never do. And there's the rate, and John stand tall. It's up to
1 HP. Dude, John did great on this one as well. Yeah, I mean, they got one set strat that they like to do with the tail, but when it works, it works.
How effective this Sentinel's utility is at clearing the site, this space that they gain off of it. Even if that Armageddon, it didn't get a ton of value and actually getting any kills, but it forces the anchors into this.
It forces them into the open for sure. And then you have to go towards the left to dodge it anyway, and that's why we're spamming on top.
And Narrator and John, just as that happens, pop off.
How many ults did they use? Oh boy. KO. KO is over. Okay, they at least get knives out on this one. If MIBR get 5, it's doable.
It's do or die on this map. They're down 0-2.
And here comes Sen. Clone goes forward, gate crashes well into halls. Oh, he sticks it!
No
and he wins it out.
way.
Better weapon wins.
There's no way that's the
Didn't
entry
really have a say
kill.
in the matter.
Well,
Zekin gets himself the Spectre, and he's also got the Dimensional Drift for round 12, which is where guns will be featured. Getting to 8 already would be ridiculous. Aspas gets over the sheer wall. He won't be anticipated.
Yeah,
However,
Bang had
Zelsus is looking in that direction, and Bang also has been alerted. But he's hiding. Aspas now completely shut down. So much of this series, we've seen him be negated. Superstar that he is.
Just feels like the weight of the world is on his shoulders. In these situations, it's all coming down to him, his star power. But that just can't be enough against this Sentinels team that's firing on all cylinders. All of their players are having their moments today. The coordination with the utility is so much better than it's been in some of their prior matches. They are locked in. They want to run it back to the kickoff final, same as they did last year, 2024. Get to the first Masters as they did in 2024, try to win it.
MIBR are just being fed like kindling into the furnace that is Zelsis. Warming the rest of the Sentinels, raising the spirits.
Yes, Jordan, let's go. Give me more, give me more. Let's go.
I'm trying to get more out of Zelsis. I think he's given enough. He's given more than enough.
Okay, third Euro on the tank.
Another 9-3 half for Sen, perhaps?
Over towards Arm, then can TP over towards A main. Okay, dude, you gotta chill, surely. There's two people there.
Zelsis, amidst that, was still able to find Artazine again. Another random pick-off through smoke, perhaps.
Cortezia is pushed all the way out of B right now. MIBR, they're content to stay stacked up towards A, though now they're feeling the pressure. Could there be a lurk coming from mid? They're giving up the site. Steel Garden ensures that they have to back off.
And this will allow Sen actually to populate that link area. There's a sheer wall behind them that could...
They're up against Asteroid, though. That's where they go for the
spike planted for both the main and
the plant that is a little bit deeper.
Stacked up again. Sen love playing multiple players from this angle.
Yeah, and that is a nightmare. Kind of just use an Astro against yourself.
We just they've thrown the round off the back of that.
I don't know how this supposed to work.
They have to get through it. It's on the wrong side.
Zelsis here might get busy. In fairness, it's a tap from Aspas. Zelsis sprays and Cortezia capitalizes. Narrate though trades. Zenom is down. In the smoke is Aspas. He finds yet another. We have a 2 versus 2. Noswell pushing forward. Bang's going to be holding his own, and now it's up to John.
Good HPs.
Time short, health low, and here he comes with a shot.
Damn, dude. Yeah, the plant absolutely owned them. The plant absolutely owned them. They didn't realize comms didn't come in. Maybe they didn't spot it. And then the Astro ended up just working against him. Another 9-3. 9-3, 9-3, 9-3.
And when he's on that, Agent has really excelled. Has displayed some of his best play in kickoff.
Bada bing, baby.
Great 1 versus 2. Time is just so low. MIBR hopeless in the end there. Dominant half from Sen again, looking to close this out. Make it to the first
was so excited.
They're on the cusp of it.
There's always a sense like this is destined, like it's meant to happen. Another 6-round lead heading into the half of the 3rd map of this series for Sentinels. Stick around, we'll be right back with the conclusion of Pearl and perhaps the series.
Surely.
So I've got a bunch of different mice.
When you find the one, you know it's the one.
저는 이게 제일 좋은 것 같아요.
Look at this. Isn't this perfect?
누가 만들었는지 알려주는 것도 같이 들어있고.
That should be a new emote, yeah.
It's Pulsar by me.
All that.
It's Pulsar.
Full of that Lexi in the morning.
It's for you. Do you like it?
Dude, we might get a good amount of sleep.
Come on, let's
Best
go.
of 5s of the future.
Go. Let's go. Silly dog. I'm gonna trade you for
Rough for MIBR? Oh, dude. Because they had such a good run as well. For them to go out like this is devastating.
The new Red Bull Zero is here. 100% wings. With
Watching
monk fruit
T1 Gen G
extract.
tomorrow? For sure. Dude, I don't even know who's favored in that game anymore. Because if you look historically after... Let me, mute this. If you look at, like, the last 2 weeks as a collective, you're going to say that... You're going to say that T1 should be winning. And then you just look at today, and you would imagine that Gen G would smash them. So... But I will say also, T1 lost pistols. So... I would maybe back T1 if they can win some pistols. But Gen G look really good today, so it should be interesting. When does Gen G start? UK time, 8 for you. MIBR should be proud. They switched IGLs mid-tournament. Dude, I agree as well. Switching IGLs mid-tournament, getting top 3, like in a relatively new team with I mean, I would say unexperienced as well. Or inexperienced even. Here's the new IGL. They changed it to Artsin midway through.
Breaking his own record for the most kills in a VCT America's best of 3. Aspas is desperately trying to lead his team from the front in what's been a losing battle for the 3rd consecutive map. It's another 9-3 half with Sentinels leading. Aspas leading the charge in fairness, but It's not been enough so far.
He's trying to do so much, win out these tough
Okay,
clutch
it's been
situations,
3-2 for the
can see that he's
Pistols,
being
1-0 for this
crushed by the
map.
world's weight. MIBR
And
so
MIBR
far away at
need,
this point from
at
converting
the
this map
very
win,
least, a
continuing
pistol
the
to get this
series.
going.
This organization still yet to take a map off Sentinels in history. But it's an MIBR team that has never been this good. They have never made a run this deep. Can it continue? Or is Sen going to put the nail in the coffin?
It all starts with the pistol. And MIBR on this attack side have already gotten access to the A site.
Yeah, they just cleared A main now as well, so
waiting for his opportunity
just got to
to
respect
emerge.
the fawns. Go
Unaffected by
plant.
these shock darts that are coming in from Nosworth.
Wait, they've taken a long time here.
This
They've got 5 people
They
here.
are ready to explode back in off of all the utility they've got coming through
Astra
flowers
suck
right
to
now.
try and get the planter fast flood in.
goes low.
AO damage on top of it. Spam as well into the middle is a nice idea.
So many shots are coming into the site. And still no
Been a
plan
lot of
as yet.
damage here.
John delayed it.
Oh,
Good fragment. That's a catch on
Oh,
John.
I
And all of a sudden,
one-popped him.
Arzine goes wild. Celsius has definitely seen better days, but at 0 point won't see any defenders in the vicinity. We have a plant.
That was the perfect pause from MIBR. They got that utility wave off, but they didn't lose too many players.
Haunt is dealt with. Cortesia doesn't even have to flinch. Celsius might have to play interference here for Nerasis.
very nice, dude.
A beautiful shot for the Killjoy player, who again may as well
Yeah,
have been playing
he's had a
blank
good
page
game,
of
but this would be
game.
impossible pretty much.
Celsius falls. Arzine finds
Okay,
it. Four, by the
4-2.
way. He was deep on the site, surrounded.
1-1 for this map.
Conjures 3 kills out of nowhere.
MIBR, they're not out of this quite yet. They still need to rally back. Lead so significant for Sen. Series lead, map lead. Well, this is a
Chat,
great way to start
what
the
are you the
second
type
half.
of man? Relax.
Wow.
The most experienced of anyone on MIBR, their coach, Fraud. You have to be looking at someone like him who's been in esports competition for decades at this point to instill the ability to rally back in such a tough situation with this squad with rookies coming up from Brazilian challengers.
But they've got the old heads of Nosworth and Aspas here, able to impart that wisdom. And Arzine has been through a baptism of fire in VCT Americas.
Good luck to John.
We trot onto the site once more. The gamble
Oh,
falls flat for Sen, although random damage from John does keep Aspas
in the
honest.
exact same eco? Yeah.
Now I'm just paying attention to the committal from MIBR. As far as their buy into this round, Aspas is hunting for more with 50 HP into the Phantom. Sure, he has Arzine in tow, but brother, you do not want to lose these guns.
I mean, Celsius, his whiskers grow longer from that position. Yeah, come on, buddy.
Yeah, it would be nice for Artin to get a lot of these.
Arzine has opted to linger here. He's made a decent amount of
Yeah,
sense.
he's trying to get the gun out of there. He's in a recovery mission.
Swing him en masse. Nosworth wants to prevent this gun from being recovered, and he
Yeah,
does.
they did pretty, well,
wasteful to say the least.
Yeah,
I don't see the purpose of
it could have been cleaner.
Aspas hunting forward there.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see maybe you want Arzine to do so because he had gotten
Yeah,
so
for
many kills
sure.
on the pistol that
Get
he's
a null
close to the null
command?
command, right? He's only 1 orb off right now, but my God, that was a risk being taken. They had me sweating bullets.
Yeah, he was so far ahead as well of Arzine. Fair enough.
All right, into this bonus round, it's
That was the
not a pure
Phantom.
bonus
Did they not lose
because
2
of that. I mean,
guns?
MIBR, they want to
They lost
force
2
into it.
guns.
They've got
The Outlaw is cheeky.
some rifles across the board. Yeah, and the
Yeah, 'cause
Outlaw
obviously
against
we got the
regen
double buy.
armor, that's a lot
And,
of one-shot potential
I mean,
for
when
Sen.
we're
There's that early
when this is the scoreline, I think it's so fine.
Makes it hard for MIBR to
Hollow comes
post up
out,
there early.
and we got 4 people that can.
In fact, they
Well,
kinda
that's the worst 4
confined
I've
to
ever
the middle
done.
of the map.
They've got 4 people that can get
They're
one
gonna make the
shot.
best use of it they can.
Swift to insert Aspas into Link. Oh, potential tool against Narrate, who opts to just retreat.
Hey.
1-for-1 trade offer.
It's still nice from MIBR. They're taking a lot of map control,
Molly
really.
for Razorvine. MIBR will take that.
And they've had a turret that's been watching for the A
Aspas
push
is
the whole
within
time,
striking
also.
distance. Look at the reposition here from Zekken.
Oh, I like this setup right now from MIBR. They have Aspas inserted, and he has that trip, the KJ behind him, watching for a potential push from Link. So he can focus forward. MIBR can pressure towards A, and they can
Yeah,
pivot
so they can
back
hit the
to
wall.
Aspas into a B hit after trying to drag rotates. If the site is vacant, they can just go for a full execute here and
Oops.
let Aspas backstab.
Oops.
Oswald, though, might have to wait.
Didn't really go to plan.
Bank here. Cops. Oh, bang!
That'll
Oh,
do,
that's
though.
a gun cheaply lost here for Sentinels. taking their time, but
Yeah, and the
Command is
call
now
is to
active.
fake A and go back over towards B. Zekken doesn't have a TP up, and there's everyone that he can one-shot here. Well, I tried to build it up for you, but here we are.
Zekken was not ready for it. Completely caught off guard. Intricate rotations here for MIBR. And in the dying seconds of the round, they are going to have this plant.
It's dangerous to let the clock dwindle so low against Sentinels running the comp that they had. It's so easy for them to deny spike plants and diffuses, right? So dangerous on here at 10 seconds trying to stick it down on default, but a cool round nonetheless.
Might be happening. I mean, they're on the easier side. They got the bonus. 3 people from Sentinels can't buy. Money goes through the roof. 3K on everyone. 2 people reaching 6K.
To further strip weapons away from Sentinels, who have hoped to have made the right choice here with this save. Artisan gets in there, John.
Oh, okay, the switching as well. Okay, they saved 0 guns.
Brutality.
Wait, they actually might be on.
All of the guns lost. Economy broken for Sen. MIBR are genuinely back in this. And Artzin has stepped up.
It's a timeout if I've ever seen one, Wyatt. It's a very clean round, all things considered. And this is how you build back into the game. That lead has shrunk from 6 to 3. And a timeout has to be called here for Sen. They've been pretty average on this second half.
That was a really cool round from MIBR, top to bottom. And listen, it helps when Artzin is just getting a spam kill onto Bang, who is trying to spam back at him with the Guardian to get your first opening. Aside from that, though, he has stepped up. He has surged up the scoreboard. The one remaining member from MIBR last year. Remaining for a reason,
Give me
by the way. It was
300
at the
more
end of
bits. Can I
2024.
make
He was the
MIBR win?
star
Dude,
of
I
that
got
team
no
playing
power.
Sentinel.
Yeah, top
I can't be
fragging.
giving you some
It's just
false
a testament to
advertisement
how
here, mate.
flexible he's been when he can pick up the duelist, pick up that raise on maps like Split. He's really
I appreciate the 100 bits,
able to
though.
shine on that agent, plays the initiator as well, and IGLing. This guy's doing it all.
One of his first games of kickoff last year, he was actually pitted against Aspas. And he had to play duelist in that setup. We realized that he wasn't quite comfortable enough to be trusted, I guess, to lead from that position. But man, he really matured over the year and can kind of do it all at this point.
Sentinels.
Okay, another opportunity to make this out of control.
Exasperated.
You know, maybe off of the timing where that Nebula gets recalled.
Goose, thank you for 300 bits. I respect that. Thank you, thank you.
Some of the utility from John as well.
I don't know where you got this from, but
Yeah,
I like that you're
There's
running with
flash
it.
when smoke drops.
Might be over pushing on this though to get rid of Nosworth. Aspas doesn't feel safe sticking around to try and cover the weapon, so that will be handed over.
No, I mean,
okay, they get a gun out of it. That's not too bad. They have no idea about the numbers. Every time they've been going aggro, it's been like a 4-1, right? So they gotta expect at least 1 here.
Only worry, I suppose, is really just that Zelsis has 1 rifle, but MIBR, on all accounts, should be closing this round out.
That aside, fair bit to work with here, Sen, in terms of util.
I would say throw it over towards Zekken, but honestly, Zels has been playing so good that I'm so fine with this.
Safe spot in that regard.
I mean, this could be dangerous. He has no help here. Gets one. Okay, gets 2.
John's picked up the rifle, but Sen had no opportunity to make use of it in that encounter, and Zen up to sit right in between.
Nice shots.
Nerves of steel. Eventually, Bang brings him down. Sisterhood of the Traveling Vandal.
They were tempted, and they're like, hold up, maybe we should actually just keep our econ good here.
Displaying a high level.
Don't want to give him an astral. Becomes a lot harder on after plants.
It's no close. No.
Well, that'll do it as well. Sweet. Right, let's see what we got for Sentinels. Opco's out for Zekken. He's been over towards B pretty much the whole game so far.
Crucially, the former getting pretty close to being online. We've seen Sentinels, like they've made aggressive use of that Steel Garden on Abyss, which was really interesting to see. Tried to make use of that window.
I do like the idea out of the timeout from Kaplan, but obviously, regardless of the plan, they are just on that bad buy.
Yep.
This is where it really matters, though. They've invested into
Wait,
an
Aspas
operator
is...
for Zekken to lock down B.
Oh boy.
Matter of fact, it's
did you see him? He's acting like you saw him.
World going head to head.
Oh, the Aldro. So annoying. Yep.
Yeah, that's nice though. I like this idea from MIBR that they set up the they set up the op before doing the drone. That's nice.
Factor so far on this defense side.
Maybe taking a page out of the G2 strat book, running some of that attack op look.
All right, Zelsis. Look at all the players here for Sen.
I mean, it's 3 rotations dragged over here. John needs to re-clear Link. They have negative information.
Yeah, they have no map
for this
control.
area of the map. All right,
So
gets
that's
a little
nice.
bit back.
And then now they
One
can
upside is that MIBR
put the
been
tail
pretty slow
over.
about this scaling into A main. It's going to buy enough time for John at least to get in position and also be able to use that salvo to waylay the attackers
they still have
further.
the combo over towards site if they want to. Also, they got a lot of delay, really.
Anchor this site though, or does he just have to retreat? There's going to be a recon going back site that'll spot him out in the 0 point. Okay, dodges the recon by playing in the smoke.
Yeah, he gets his smokes up just
I mean,
in
he's
time.
dead,
Now he can
right?
play inside of it.
Oh.
I love this from Bang. Getting into connector. John in position.
How is that not a kill?
Had a chalk outline drawn of him. And here come the cavalry, folks. John eventually able to bring Noswa down. Aspas is low in that position.
Mate, they're never getting this
The
plant
plan
down.
seems like a bit of a stretch goal at this point. John in the corner, he's safe. Here come the salvos.
Well,
Cortesia about to get
that's a double.
turned into meat.
That was cool, though.
Sanos, again, just going to excel in these situations with the clock.
the
is getting
Teva
too
default.
low. MIBR needed to
Bringing it back,
hit
new
the
map.
gas in the mid-round, but they slowed down, taking A main, and Bang really plays that anchoring position to perfection. He gets that first kill, but it's the getting inside the smoke, dodging the recon, staying alive, and allowing the rest of the team to flood back in with that util tsunami that they've got in their hands. It's just so powerful.
Spike planted. One enemy
A situation like that is just nightmare for the absolute nightmare for the attackers. Getting the spike down when the Teo has the missiles and there's a seize.
Get me the old
Come
boys.
on.
Okay. Important round for
Okay,
Sen to win. It's
they
been
got
a bit
him
of
the
a
op.
drought. First round of this half.
And
MIBR
this is a
caught
great
bit of
timeout from
timeout
MIBR.
here. Probably trying to figure out if it's worth constructing a strategy around some of their ultimates. They know they're going to be playing against the Zekken operator this round.
Seesaw with the prime.
Which
Thank
is
you so much,
had a
dude.
tougher time
Appreciate
on
the
B
prime.
long. Again,
Thank
it
you,
just
thank
takes
you.
an Aldro to push him off that line. We saw him shoulder peek from Halls, get picked up by Aspas in that last round. A terrible start, and Sen were able to rely on John QT, who shot to the top of the scoreboard here to bail them out.
Yeah, I mean, if you're MIBR, you'd love to be able to use this Cosmic Divide to get one of those free plants on B and just play
Yo,
the
what's
long
going on?
spam angles. But then, yeah, you have to worry about Zekken's off on that side of the map. Maybe Noswar can get the tag with the
I
drone.
think the Sentinels
and that'll
G2
force him
rematch
off
will
the
be
line,
more
and he could Hunter's
competitive.
Fury
Yeah.
straight into that
I don't think
try and
Sentinels
get an
can-
opening pick.
I think the Sentinels
Something like that
also,
may work, and then
I think
get
for
that
them,
Cosmic
like,
Divide down, try and get
first of all, I still
free
think they're going to
plants.
lose. But I do
But
think
then
for
you have
them,
those
like,
additional worries in
having
the
low
post-fight
pressure
on
of
B, where Sen,
Masters
they
and
have
knowing they've
Armageddon
qualified
that
to
basically
Masters will
stretches
be like
across the
enough.
entirety of B-Long.
So they can just
And
kind
then
of
if you're
chill and
fighting
actually
Site,
do a
Zelsis
better
has a steel
performance.
garden. So there's a lot of potential for
Also a good chance
counterplay
for them
from
to like
Sen
focus
ultimates
on
here as
some of
well.
the stuff. They were like very. I'm not sure if they were indecisive, but G2 were always beating them in terms of who came up with a plan fast.
After a 9-6 half, MIBR have got to be happy at least with the progress they've made. You laid out the blueprint for this round. Why for MIBR? Latifa comes to fruition. It's Xenon with the operator instead
Double
of
map ban
Aspas.
for G2. Oh yeah, I mean G2 are gonna win, but
But Zekken is posted up towards mid. They've
it'll
left
be more
B
competitive.
in the hands of Zelsis and his array of Sentinel utility. I mean, Zekken is hearing a whole
If we
lot
get
of
there,
audio cues
because
at the moment,
honestly,
but no one is actually facing into him. It's MIBR
if,
just slowly contacting, taking
if
space
MIBR
over
win 2 in a
towards
row,
B long.
it's pretty much on.
Zeken's able to obviously get back here now. Oh, an early shot there would have been quite something. Now that the Cosmic Divide is going to make it pretty hard for him to
R22
operate.
champs team is stacked. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Zekken is able to fall back, but it's not a powerful position he finds himself in here. Still guarded for a retake though. Armageddon also
Okay,
wants to
Astral
jog.
gives them a
So they had
lot
Steel
of
Golem to
space
fire
on
off
this one
close,
because they
take
can
the
actually
gun away
get
from
elbow and
Aspas,
then they
for
can
instance,
save
and
the
then they have
ult.
the Armageddon for B-Long. This is
Vice
the
ult,
danger of the
okay.
ultimate. So they actually just committed all to
Yeah,
Halls, and the Hunter's Fury
they went
rings out
a
from
lot
Noswar.
into
His
this.
offense is crucial now.
This is
The
gonna
long
get
line up B-Long.
wild.
He needs to work that as much as
Smoke
possible.
goes down. Flash gonna try get half.
Sen had to reach. And there's Cortesia actually taking
Zelsis
Zelsis down
maybe
with a
got
Nanoswarm.
tanked a
3 up for
headshot
Sen.
there as well. I'm not entirely sure.
Sees. Doesn't really bother Cortesia because he's swinging that line anyway. Nova Pulse, Gravwell. Kitchen sink.
Yeah, no, he's just
Dolphin
naming
deployed here. Now,
abilities.
a firing squad faces MIBR. Xenon with 50 points of health.
Oh, the
Aspas
stun hit
knows
both.
He's critical in this scenario. They find one each. It's all too much for
Yeah,
Bang.
stun hit
Who
both.
is
Yeah.
riddled with bullets.
He tried his best, but that's just too easy for MIBR with the plant position.
Dude, at one point there, he's just showing off that he knew every single ability name.
Unlikely that MIBR are going to be wanting to play close when you have that steel
No,
guard.
they had good delay though.
So much more value
Molly
in
into
but
KO nade to Astra Suck, hold a spam, then stun. Stun got both.
Out of the timeout. Get the easy spam onto the spike, and when you have all the stars set to concuss, the grapple to further delay, it's just perfect. Fraud's game plan working exactly as intended, and it's got
Okay, we said 2 in a row.
On a buy
There's one.
that's looking rough. With the economy on
Oh,
the
you're
line.
dead. Oof.
Okay, Zekin.
My
Dimensional drift
goodness.
available here for me later in the round, but takes a fair bit of damage. That early posting has not worked out for him at all.
This shot, dude. What the hell is that?
Classy stuff.
What a tap.
Oh, Aspas is absolutely sending it.
And one is all Zekin is going to get this time.
Celsius has had to retreat, forced to get out of there into Link. John wants to get some info with this stealth drone. It does get broken, so no one's suppressed. And Cortezia is on this
What's
flank.
the timing on this
time
lock?
to determine the winner of the round.
Here's the Nightfall. Cortezia emerges and Narrator's
Really
taken
nice.
down.
Had a
Still
stun on top of this as
loses
well.
the ultimate.
Celsius is in trouble.
He does at least get that off. Celsius is about to get pretty busy. That Nanoswarm would have
Wait,
made
they're
him
kind of
dead.
wrecking
He
them
clears it.
now.
But Nosma knows it takes 2 to tango. John can get a better weapon here. Gonna have to cross! And Zenom is waiting for him.
Shut him off. It's
Yeah,
looking
I
pretty
feel like
clean.
Sentinel's going to have to call another timeout here. MIBR back and now kind of in control, really. Easier side, all the money. Sentinels need to eco.
To push forward with that crossfire broken, with the Link players forced
Rifle
to
for
pay
counting the amount of
attention
hours
to
it was going to get
Cortezia
asleep.
up here. Lovely from MIBR.
And that 6-round
They have no
lead for Sentinels has
timeouts?
now shrunk
Oh.
to 1.
They have no timeouts. They're on their
Pretty well
own.
from MIBR. They've won 6 out of the last 7 rounds.
Oh, that's
Bear in
rough.
mind, that was Sentinels forcing into it with just a Stinger, a Bulldog, not ideal weaponry. They lose, the economy's broken, that round should be worth 2.
Well, this map is about to get real interesting, Wyatt. Again, the Tejo util means an orb for Sentinels. John, one step closer to another Armageddon.
Yeah, they really want to prioritize that ultimate, it seems, and I mean, typically you would want to prioritize the dimensional drift, but Zekin already has
Still
it.
kind of nice from
There's
Sentinels.
no great opportunity to make
Very
use
good
of it
amount of
previous
pressure over
round. It was
towards
pinged on
A.
site, and Aspas came knocking.
You can see Ardzen kind of clearing this out now.
King knocks, you open
Getting
the door.
more info over towards Ard as
Going
well.
back to this slow play around the operator, which at this point you have to imagine Sen will not be playing into.
Yeah, and Ardzen calls them
More
back.
passively, not going
Ardzen
for those
realized that
risky
he's
jump
re-cleared this,
peaks.
and then with the drone info that went over towards A, calls his team back. It's
Quite
nice
the
than this.
migration from MIBR.
Celsius on the
Oh,
recruit.
that
This
is-
timing, he hears the reload. He's going to go for it, but he whiffs. Okay, never mind.
Not going to get away with that one, though. Sheer audacity, at least, allows this to be a 4 versus 4. That Astra util's going to be a little bit too slow on A, and I think Bang knows that he recalls one of them. Comes a clone. Artisan here, ready for it, though. Firing squad faces him. It's a 1-for-1.
It's a
Weapon,
free
though,
gun, maybe
unrecoverable
overextended
right
a little
now.
bit here as
Sen's
well.
trying to get forward, and Zekin would love the upgrade. He does get across. Flashed down as he was.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
But the ultimate is
Still
just too clean with it.
clean on
Pure
this.
composure. Now we've got a game.
For the first time in this series, MIBR keeping the game close, running it back on this attack side. They've only dropped 1 round so far, and this one could get them over the finish line. This might be another round worth 2 that we're going to get into. We've got a lot of ultimates to play with, or at least on the cusp of a lot of ultimates.
Clean finish there for Nosma.
Yeah, the belief is
Protect
here.
falls down on the stage.
Oi.
It's a mild audio issue that will get some attention.
Well,
You can usually tell
obviously we had dodged it for a while.
Aspas and Co are heavily reclined, and I think it's catching on. Cortezia is also punching out some Z's there.
He really has started that trend. I mean, he started it a long time ago.
mean,
when you see the arguable or non-arguable best player in the world chilling in every tech timeout, you're trying to get like him. I do that while I'm getting farmed and ranked.
You are not the
Surely
same. Pretty sure it's JDM that started this, but that's
Yeah,
fine.
back in the day.
Just an in-ear issue that was resolved
He kind of used to play like it though. That was the mad thing.
So we are a couple moments from heading back into round number 21. Folks, it is an even game. If you've missed this series, it's been all Sentinels so far. And MIBR, though, have come alive at just the right time. At the least to stay alive.
MIBR intending on heading towards B right now. Recon to clear close in case out of the timeout. Sentinels are going for something proactive on that side of the map. And now we've got the null command. It's a
the set.
link. And this is dangerous. Zelsis,
I mean, honestly,
around the null command, has all of his util turned off.
it feels like Bang has got to do everything, and he's just been absolutely melted. Yeah, now it's a hard retake. Artsin goes down to 1 HP. What even went on there? Back to Tether, I guess. They have so much map control. This is a pretty much an impossible retake.
MIBR players 1 kill away from having an ultimate in this post plan as well.
And Zekken puts the ult into it. It's now 3v5. Yeah, and the core has to get made to save just because they have such good positions on this.
They had no choice but to do so with the economy in such a dire position. And that is an error that will frustrate Kaplan out of the timeout. He's squeezing the cube real tight, the stress cube.
There's so many people on MIBR, they're going to get their ult on this one as well, so them dying here is just worse.
You just can't be doing that.
And maybe that's just...
Like, obviously they want to get the kills here, but...
Oh, Cortesia, they overlooked this as well. No Rate does have
there's
the
one.
line. It will be brought down. For MIBR, it's easy come, easy go for these guns. Happy to rest some more of them out of Sen's hands.
Honestly, maybe two of them could have sent it a little bit more, but they wanted to save the op.
MIBR's economy is good enough to just keep buying up.
Not given an op also.
Over.
Yeah, I mean, why bother clearing that util last pass? It is completely pointless.
I mean, Ozboss just chilling as always. No reaction to anything.
Yeah, I did like the idea of... Because everyone does anti-KO setup, so sending your KO like through door, more chance to hit people that are over towards spawn if they are doing an anti-KO like this. And I'm pretty sure that's where Zelsis was. Or maybe he was the guy that was tucked on the site, I can't remember. Maybe they didn't even do an anti-KO setup. We'll have to watch that one again.
Spam was already coming through that box, so he opts for the discreet route. And here's a lockdown. Once again, outside of the timing of John, he won't be able to clear this with ease. They actually just have to give up the side entirely.
Yeah, they're forced out. Look at the rotate right now. All of
Sentinels. Every single pass from Sentinels.
They could sell ice to an Inuit.
And the wall goes off.
Away with it.
Got a fast 5-pass and rotate. And they don't know where anyone is. They're weird round at the moment. Dude, he tanked so much damage going through that.
Do they hit the gas? Do they accelerate right now?
Yeah, there's a lot of people here. They got one flash for Zekken. There goes the flash. Here they go.
Inside the smoke flash. Oh, it was clone the whole time. Here comes the Taeho util over
they
the whole
kind of messed it up.
A recon to light the site, but nobody from Sen has actually committed quite yet. They've got to go for it.
Yeah, they like used all their util, but no one actually sent it.
Tucked in the corner is Cortesia.
It was, I guess Killjoy Molly's the reason, right?
John QT not able to check to the hall's direction. Banger to make it a 1-for-1. It gets in there. Shenom Do strikes with the op.
Doable.
It's up to the
Astroside.
operator player. Shenom can be in this post-part position. And it's all on Zekken to save the day. Gravwell comes out. Shenom to get the team to 12. Oh, this
really nice. Holy, from 3-9 to 12-10.
Finally getting a map win in this best of 5.
Hard as hell to get value out of the lockdown against Sentinels with the Taeho, but they get the most. All 5 players rotating to try and flood back into A when the supposed hit would be coming in. They bought what MIBR were selling. The Brazilians get the free side. Cortez is
yeah, dude, they're all believing as well. Holy, it could get a little bit crazy on this. What are the next maps? Split next. Oh, they got a nice split. Okay, 2 chances.
Sen at least able to buy some rifles, but most down to that half armor. And here is a cosmic divide off MIBR. It's going to get them into B. Zelsis might be critical here.
He doesn't get caught by the 0 point, so they must know to check this.
But he's probably going to tank a flash.
The seconds tick away as Zelsis knows this has to be his moment. There goes the spark, it's loose. Some of that util not coming out. Oh, the Steel Garden as well.
Wait, and they used Serval.
Finds its mark, but the spike is deep in enemy territory.
That arc rose from Zelsis, fully blinding up Artsin on the swing.
MIBR end up just rushing hard into this site that is typically canvassed with Vice Util. Nowhere to shut it down either. Now it is a full rescue mission for the Spike.
And you slowly have second on the flank. That trip not active.
I don't really know how they even get through it.
And yeah, there goes Noswa.
Okay. 2 down to 1. One last
We'll
chance.
end around here and keep it close. Now overtime is well and truly on the table.
Look at the status of the ultimates for SEN. They're going to want to play for the orbs in this next round. I think MIBR really overlooked that position. The 0 point didn't clear it. They didn't have enough players scaling out of that nebula with Artzine. Things got very disconnected for them. And now the pressure is on as
main fight.
1 away from the dimensional drift. John is 1 away from Armageddon. They're going to play to that as a
Yeah,
win con.
but
are they ready for
MIBR on top of this as well. Aspas uses the dash early to get there. We've got a recon over towards B that didn't see anyone close as well. Second would have heard the dash though, and that makes it a lot harder to actually go around the map. Like you might see Sentinels play a little bit weaker over towards B because this setup with no dash becomes incredible. Like it's so hard for them to actually hit over towards site with no dash.
As well as that art hold.
SEN are trying to use a lot of this information gathering util from their initiators just to try and stabilize at this moment because there's been that heavy MIBR pressure towards A main.
Smoke. This is nice from MIBR though. Smoke blocks vision. Yeah, so the narrate doesn't feel comfy about holding this anymore.
John here trying to keep it locked down.
It looks like we're going fourth.
Strides out onto the
Split.
side. Brimming with braggadocio.
Still for John, if he can get one here, he could get the Armageddon active to drag SEN into overtime.
Yeah, they have Astro as well. There goes the Astro, but they're planning the other side of it, and it's looking like a repeat of what happened earlier. Wait, how the hell have they killed so many? Now what?
God knows where. And now they need to challenge this wall into what looks like a crossfire. Everything hangs on this moment here for SEN if they want to stay in this map. Noswa unsure where to set himself up. That wall's about to come down, but the nebula will obscure his vision.
And they have to deal with Shadow Stars still.
Yeah, they know that one's
right now,
main.
Trying to defuse. Recon for Noswa too.
It's got to be tough. They still haven't really got a touch in their Shenum. Okay, the Astra's down staff. Now no longer an issue. Noswa has to step up and do it himself. Celsius?
He's round the corner. No way, how did they do this one? It's a 3v5 on site. Oh, dude, MIBR must be devastated.
Recovering that from a severe man disadvantage of Sentinels. Heartbreaking for MIBR, who stormed back into that half.
What happens?
They had got 9 rounds.
I feel like there's just 3 people lined up, no? Like right by the
close
plant.
it out and keep the series going, but their hopes may just be dashed.
The plot thickens. That is a wild round. So much tension playing around.
Just don't need to push through once the ult goes round.
Stepping too far.
MIBR really getting punished there for trying to go for the aggressive play, pushing through.
Okay, Aspas gets the up out on defense.
Now this is good watching.
Right,
okay, it's pretty much about who can get the defense rounds. Everyone averaging 3.5. That's what we're looking out for. Knife goes over towards A main. Doesn't hit anyone.
In the meantime, the other MIBR players, 2 of them getting space in A. They've got main control.
Sentinels playing for a push-up here. Zekin's going to follow the drone in. Clears the alarm bot.
We saw this same play in regular time.
What the?
Jump peek there, trying to tease Cortesia out into the sunlight.
The difficulty for Sentinels now is
okay, as we can see, they're picking the right site.
In regular time, it was
just depends on how heavy the hold A main now.
A teammate. Artzine is ready to play off of him.
Fade util may help SEN.
Contact into flash on the left,
but you're
into
right,
swing.
It's pretty scary. Shannon has been spectacular.
He's breaking all of this util so they don't suspect Artzine playing with the pop flash ready.
He's not shown himself at all. C's even committed. Okay, Artzine.
They are certain.
They don't know he's going to be there. They're not ready for it, surely! 1 for 1, Narrate walks
away.
away.
8 HP, can take a lot of space from site here, and Narrate just needs to stay alive and create pressure, that's it.
Zekin was really hoping that the clone would have drawn Noswa out, but he's too canny for that. Gate crash usually gets across now. Nozwa, the next starting to close. He's down to 2, but Chenom still in A main. Eventually gets the better of the low health narrates.
How do you even plant here?
Long odds for Sen City. Nozwa with a shock around the corner. Nova Pulse. Zelsis has to try and keep him alive. At least the plant's here and Nozwa falls.
Okay, he's getting ahead of himself. He could have been a bit more patient. Maybe that's the opening Sen need.
There it
Hey,
is.
and that's the
Eventually,
defense
MIBR
round.
go in for the
That's
kill
the one we
shot.
said we were looking
Comes
out
down
for.
to that presence in A main. Oddsson just tanking 17 different utility pieces coming his way, but it's Jenem just breaking all of
Yeah,
them.
this
so
little
he
A
can
main
stay
setup was really
tucked
nice,
in
though, to
that
be fair.
position. I mean, it's surprising they didn't get both kills, honestly. The shots went a little bit amiss, but still, this moment was pivotal for MIBR. And Oz were reading that teleport from Zekin as not being a fake gate crash, but actually holding the angle, getting that kill while on low HP. So little micro moments that were of the just utmost importance for MIBR.
Timeout?
So Sentinels timeout here. Let's go for a wellness check on Coach Kaplan.
And a wellness check on on the Q-Bird.
Yeah, and that too.
The stress, you can feel it. The tension is high for both of these teams.
Chenom has been a big problem in A main.
With that
Sentinels get a
operator.
2v2 set up, and honestly, I thought Artazine was going to unravel them. It seemed clear that they didn't know he was hiding behind that box with a pop flash ready. They actually get past that particular hurdle and end up making it close. Zekin takes
This
a
will be
lot of space
interesting.
getting through.
See what he wants to come up with on defense, because they were struggling.
They have to be feeling good that they started off with a win on defense.
With how
This
Zekin
has
was
been a game all about
playing,
attacking
he
halves.
probably wants an op.
They're now going to the side where they won
But we'll see.
initially 9 rounds when Sen only had 1 until they dragged it back at the very end to get to OT.
In the past, and so
Yeah.
low energy.
No-
so crucial
no
in tense
op on
moments like this.
defense.
I wonder if that's having an impact now. with
And
Artazine at the
it's
helm
going
of
to come a
cooling.
lot down to Zekin on this, because we're just going for a split over towards B.
Early space on B, where Zekin has been presence on the majority.
Is they going to leave passive middle, and they don't want anyone to play in this area. They just got the info wall at spawn.
On to Zelsis. That's going to reveal the Razor Vine, so they are able to break one of those for free. That's fantastic.
Zelsis is trying though to flip the script here and play in that anti-flash corner.
He's in the jaw
Yeah,
spot
the good
position.
news
He's in the
is
jaw spot.
they didn't see the wall as well, so
I mean, MIBR.
they might
happy
think
with
it's
that
tucked
trade
a little
and to
bit. I'm
allow
not
these
sure.
Smokes now to elapse. The Vice util is gone. It's just an Arc Rose watching connector.
In the meantime, John did send
Yeah,
out
once
that
that happens,
Sultan
they will
to
cut
clear down
sound.
a
Everyone's
lot of
dodging.
art. Look at
Trying to
how
make sure if
passive
there
this
is a
was.
jump
Look
peak,
at
if there is
the
any
shield.
kind of
It's all the way in
info.
sewer. I mean, they have given
But
up
they can't
a
find
lot
them,
of the map
and that
here.
creates pressure around the map.
When this hit comes into
As we can see, they could be anywhere.
To fight. Here come the players from Link from MIBR as well. Recon in.
All right, that fragment clearly not bothering Zelsis. That's one. Getting amongst the smokes here.
How is he
Goes
still
a little
alive?
bit low, shorty. Out
Oh,
of
that
Nozwa's
is a
able to
one
dig in
tap.
From that position. Aspas onto the side now. Looking dangerous. It's only Zekin that's over by Halls, and he finds his one. And it means everything. Chen, I'm not really sure where to shoot right now. Bang's able to get involved, and it's just down to the young gun. 23 and 13. He's been fire.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, it's going to be
He's
so
got
hard
the
for them to
spike too.
plant.
But this is a tall order. Bang and Zekin are circling. The taste of blood in the water, and no time left to get the plant. That'll be
Okay,
the
let's
round.
go again.
Sentinels even it up.
Time just
Zekin
too
did
low.
incredible
was
though
hoping
to
he
stay
could
alive
bait
for
out
this
some
long.
swings and just win
He
this game by
was
virtue of
distracted so
killing
long the
both
bank could
players
get a
in
kill.
that situation. He's up to 24 kills right now on the map. A crucial reason why MIBR have been able to turn this around on their attacks.
Wow,
What is
that's
that?
so nuts.
Just one tap through.
Remaining.
That is so
That looked
insane.
awesome.
Poor close one though. Big timeout called before that round for Sentinels. The order clearly to play passive and really not
Okay.
get picked off early.
Up
And they
again.
were fortunate. They had all that Vice util cleared so early and still were able to hold it down.
Again, MIBR, they're leaning into this operator from Aspas. in
Instant
OT
drone,
on
but you
defense.
pretty much
This
know
time
where
they're
the
positioned in art. This is
when the
different
server
from the looks they've
reveals,
had before.
it's
And then you've got
normally
Cortezia
to
at the
set
box
up
ready
the
to
op.
swing off of him.
At the
If
moment
some
they're
pressure
thinking the
comes
op is
into
over
that
towards
area of the map
doors, so
for
they're using the
Sen,
pressure of that.
And it looks like it just might.
Yeah,
So
they
it's a
really are
strong
looking to
setup
step up
again.
and apply a chokehold to the map. Okay, play off the drone, ignored. Aspas though can't quite find the shot.
Oh,
The idea
boy.
was there, but there's no backup for
It's a
Cortezia.
lovely
Gets
reply
that
from
trade down.
Aspas though.
Crucial from Aspas.
Tejo util tries to lock him in, but he again walks over it. So Zek and for Cortez get traded.
And in the meantime, Shenum, he's towards A main again. He is feeling the pressure from both sides.
What's this link setup going to look like? Shenum might actually look to
What
push
is the
this.
timing on this?
Bang, head first, into the breach he goes.
Aspas got
And
another.
but Aspas saw John coming from A main. Operator ready to work. Tailwind to put him back in a safer spot towards dugout.
That's a great reposition from
Oh.
Aspas. He can wait for his teammates. Oh my
it's
gosh,
close.
so close to Celsius.
Gives his spot away though.
Celsius gets a kill, he gets his ult. They have no idea about the passing on ARP, but there's a wall there to get him
He's going
info.
to get triggered by the wall though when he goes through.
Bang, almost ready for it. Aspas making noise, and the Archeros will keep him honest there.
Oh my
Jump
goodness.
peeking. And there's Artisan, gotta win that one, and he does. It's up to Celsius, and he's going hunting. He's gonna take this into his
my
own
goodness.
hands. Aspas misses the shot. Steel gun, active, shot.
There's no way,
Gonna
dude.
get Burley. Gonna come with the
There's
king
no
like
way,
that.
that's incredible.
You can't be winning the OT rounds like this. You can't be going to another map. That's about the most reaction you're ever going to get.
That was
out of the
awesome.
goat.
At least he got a smile.
The wry little smile after getting, was it the 4-piece with the knife? These operator trades. Initially that one, they got it for Cortesia. That's a headshot at that. Look at Celsius, the reaction to that.
And he's talked about it.
That's V1 Celsius.
Yes.
That's the old Celsius.
He's talked
raging
about
like
it. He
that.
said
Oh
that
my God.
there was a time where he often allowed those negative feelings to spill forth. And he just hated feeling that way. And over time, that side of him became tempered. But in moments like that,
Oh my God.
once again, the anger drawn out. Happens to the best.
Yeah, we
He's
haven't
happened to a
seen
bunch of pro
we haven't
players,
seen
but
that for a
He's the
while.
one that normally keeps this team level on an even keel. He has to collect himself, and quick.
He was the addition to this team that turned them around last year. Not that the roster was bad, but it was like missing something in the recipe. And when he came in, that's when they became a world beater. That's when they won kickoff last year out of their great offseason performances. And then win Masters Madrid. Take Sentinels back to the top where we were used to seeing them for the first couple years of Valorant. We'll see if he can rally back. He has been the star of this series.
Any
for
crazy
Sen.
guns?
The
Nothing
unlikely
crazy.
hero when you look at the firepower they have on the roster. He's at the top of the board again
Sentinels
right now for them.
changing a good amount up. Still the vice over
How much longer can Celsius
towards
be relied on?
I mean,
Not only
obviously-
being the
B
emotional
for
leader,
this
but
time.
the fragger
We got
he
Zek
gave.
and
I was
joining the A
expecting
boys
this to be
and John
the battle
on
of
B.
Zekin and Ospas, these two duelists that have had to step up and be absolute lights out stars for their teams to get into this lower bracket final. But it is Celsius who has picked up the mantle of the top fragger for this Sen
Oh,
team.
that's nice timing on that. There goes your drone.
Cool there, so I'm sure a couple of choice words shared in that timeout. MIBR still on map point. Finger by finger.
Okay,
Sen's group
John
is
spots
staying
him, but
loosened.
Aspas doesn't go deep enough
Gets
to
the spot on the
see or
Ospas,
hear the wall yet.
Jump
So
peeking there. That would have been dangerous in regular
there we
time when
go.
MIBR were running the op on attack, but in OT they don't want to take that risk. 5 rifles.
that creates a
for them.
lot of pressure.
Sheer wall does get tripped.
Could be
Some main
spawn.
presence here, but no
Could be
real
tucked in.
commitment just yet.
Knife goes in, hits
Zek
two.
is waiting though, he hears this. The siege comes in, Zekin takes his powder flash and backs out. Stops the plant at least. Flash out of the smoke. Here comes
Oh my,
Zekin.
what a flash, by the way. They tanked it.
Aspas and Nos are the last two to work with, but the spike is virtually in the next postcode. Somehow Sen have put themselves in a position again to reset this overtime. Nozzle though has a word. Celsius maybe overcooks just a little.
Yeah, that was a good reswing from Nas where they have 30 seconds
Yeah,
to play
spikes
with
down.
the
It
repositioning
definitely-
from Zekin should seal this
Definitely
out up for
Celsius
Sen.
needs to
Keep
relax a
OT
little bit. He
going.
went a
These
bit too nuts
crossfires
there.
are great.
Obviously no reason to save, you may as well go for it. There's the clone, Aspas knows better. Salvo splits Aspas and Nozwa up. A chance for them though to reconvene here. 13 seconds, cloud burst.
I mean, it's so hard for them to
Covered.
actually
Aspas
commit to a
spam
plant.
down through with it, Zekin for 4. Nozwa on his
Okay,
own.
very nice. Let's go again.
Close the book on it.
Let's see what they got.
Running it back
Dude,
for
it's so
29th
funny how
round here on Pearl.
on attack,
Nas were
I mean,
not
just
expecting
in,
that silent
in
rotation
regulation, they
there
couldn't
into
get
default
defense
to
rounds.
close
Now
the
everyone's
round out,
winning
but it's all
defense.
Zekin, come on. Just running around the site on
I mean,
the
Zekin
goal,
was
with
solo
playing
on
in
this,
the
though.
smoke, close up to deny the plant. This common spot that MIBR have really been going for on these A-side hits.
And where Zelsis faltered, it's Zekin who steps up.
Oh, him slipping away and then the confidence to just re-flash right back in as his teammates are spilling into backside to assist.
The
Beautiful.
C's, yeah, the C's was really good.
Giving flow state, Wyatt.
He is activating. Osboss, again. Glass Cannon Operator in OT. 3 rounds in a row.
Or they go to where the op is. They at least shoot the recon. When the smoke goes down, you can imagine Aspas is good for one.
Taking all of this space while the Nebula is up. Get close, get ready to explode onto the site with all of your utility.
Forced him out and he still
There we
takes
go.
the shot.
Ooh, 32 HP.
Aspas very low, but Nosso's going to be here to support him. One by one, Sen step up.
Man, Aspas is incredible.
It's on Zelsis again in the 1 versus 3. Aspas low enough to be spammed down here. The Arc Rose connects.
Yeah, very nice. Let's go again. Let's see what MIBR got.
The game is
We're
just
here
going
again.
long enough for Osboss to get another casual 30 bomb. 30 for 15. You gotta think about this guy is just being the GOAT. He is unreal. The pressure he's feeling back hauls from all of this Taeho utility.
They line up for him though, don't they? Just before the Taeho util hits, he takes the shot that stops it in their tracks.
The way he maneuvered around all of that and then able to get the second onto the player default. Come on. MIBR have been really good on these defensive rounds. It's completely flipped from regular time. Now they just can't win on
And they're going to go to Zekken again.
Opportunity to close it out.
Won the last one.
Another chance just to string 2 together. Second.
It's a big crouch there.
Characteristic from him.
That's a great way to start. They have a main control as well. Do they want to just get into the site? SEN are trying to rotate quickly. You can see 3 of their players here. They're ready to anchor this.
Aspas quick about it. Some time board here though with that salvo.
Oh, that was dangerous for Fang. Osboss had the angle, but whiffed the shot.
Yeah, but now I think he knows Aspas is up in that box, so won't chance it again, surely. Both players exchange shots, some wallbang damage traded.
And now could definitely expect that MIBR that will want to slow this down.
And they don't
cut
really
into mid-round,
have to
try
worry
and get
about B
one of
too
these
much,
SEN
because
players
you would
at least
imagine
to
they would go this
back
way.
towards B.
Problem is,
But
they
Zelsis
could
having
have
the ball
lucked
in
and
late
someone
that
could be
trip is
kind
giving
of
some
close
great
over towards
passive
B.
info to the rest of the team.
John Salvo's back in about 10 seconds here.
Even at that, look at John. He has to pick up the sewer angle because someone from MIBR could be flanking there, but they are all ready to get into the
Narrate
site
has a
together.
fade eye.
John can still stop this. With
When
his
does he
Taeho
go
util.
for it?
The 0 point didn't connect on him, and frankly, MIBR are taking a sweet time. There it is.
Here we go.
MIBR know
Okay,
it's
they
coming.
don't get too much for it.
And now they're going to be ready to go for what has to be a real plant. They've got to go for it. Sees, catches no one. Nosma steps up, gives it a tap, and bang, trying to stay safe while getting some spray here. More Astra util. Nosma though is able to... No,
Wait,
doesn't sink it.
spam
Okay,
for
this is going to be
spam.
a plant here at some
10
point.
seconds on
Zelsis
this one
now
to plant.
activates.
No way,
Spraying
Zelsis
it
spamming
down. Where's the
everyone.
plant coming from? It's Artezine. Taps it again. But it's Cortesia falling.
Dude, Zelsis did sick on this one
It was
though.
all looking so good for MIBR. They slowed the game down. They drew out all of the utility from SEN. And out of nowhere, it's Bang just getting back into dugout. The spam line denies the plant when it needed to go down. And you could see the second the spike was dropped back on the ground here. Nas were going down. The chaos set in. The team was scrambled. And SEN ensnared them from all sides.
And you've got to feel like they played in the Sentinels' hands and composition with how they've gone about that round. All this
Zelsis
stall
28
until
to
the start of
23.
play. Okay, round 31 it is, folks.
And again, MIBR back to the well. They've got the AWP in the hands of Osboss. Every OT round pressed up towards B.
I mean, Zelsa should be...
Yeah, and they're gonna
with
run
what to
back into
expect
him.
on
So
this
they
part
did a
of
bit
the
of
map
A
right now.
control, and then
Osboss-
now
Osboss
insta
had
group
recon.
for a
Osboss
B
wanted to
split.
get on the deeper line, but he's still going to play
They
it
still
a
have
bit
drone
more
to push
safe
him off,
towards Pillar, where
and
that
this
dash
drone
can
lost
get
for
him
so
to
long
site
that
if
John
necessary.
should be doing it from here
It's
before
like he just wants
entering.
to fall off entirely.
Okay, and then, so they're gonna now fake a
Me-
B,
In the meantime, opposite side of the map, Hard's in,
and then
controlling A, an
4
area of the
pass and
map
hit from
where
R.
Defensively, MIBR has really excelled.
And honestly, MIBR have been holding on to the A mains the whole
50
time.
seconds.
They probably
Sen
are
here
gonna
now
have 3
starting
people
to
on B, but
tentatively
right now we
work
have a
their way
drone that
towards
just
R.
cleared all of B.
And they've just seen the alarm bot. Yeah,
That's an
big
incredible
off as
shot,
Cortesia
what the
gets away
hell?
from the action, but he does so in order to
Dude,
find a kill.
Aspas got one as well.
He's
And
always
they're
good
gonna
for
have
one.
It's
to
insane that he even gets
gamble a
one
little
there.
bit in terms of A main. It's
Sen
gonna
are
be rough to
struggling
get a
so
plant
much
down here.
to get themselves to advantage point.
Ortzin is still retaining this A main control. The retake
Yeah,
is
they
gonna
have
come
no
from so
space
many
on
different
site.
angles.
Oh, with John going down there, this is dangerous. 3 different angles a
Ooh.
retake could emerge from. Sen have to have eyes in the back of their head, 8 arms, and a 6th sense for the game.
These guys are spinning around,
He's
everyone's
surrounded.
everywhere.
Perfect collapse. And second has to do it all now. Shen
Oh.
replaces the star. That's a shot on the diffuser. Shen up low. Zekin so close.
Oh my goodness, dude. That was really, really close. I mean, Zekin's kind of crazy. Zekin and Aspas step up in overtime has been
Control of
wild.
the map in that round was fantastic. Suddenly the defensive side has just been perfect after being slaughtered in regular time. I still don't know how Aspas is just allowed to get a kill. He faced into 3 players and he has
a couple times.
He 1v3
I know,
has faster reactions than all of them.
He's so
Safe to say at
fast,
this point,
Aspas
folks,
with
we
you.
have departed from reality.
If this series keeps going, I'm gonna get a lot of
As if I said it's about who wins the defense round. Literally 8 defense rounds later.
Map 3. SEN looked like they were in complete control of the series, and look, realistically, they still are having 1-2 maps, but MIBR, they're on the cusp of coming back. They have another shot at winning this out. They just haven't been able to close it out in OT yet. They keep winning these defensive rounds. They just need one on attack.
Celsius gets a bit of information here about this mid-door setup, and there's the wall. This will be traversed slowly at that, buying enough time for the drift
Yeah,
over.
this is nice from MIBR. This is the best it's looked on minimap wise.
But it looks like
They're going to go ahead of it.
they want to push through anyhow.
Second might be tipped off to this a little bit.
He is watching the sewer angle pretty passively.
A lot of this util though on this site ready. I really think the
Okay,
0.5
drone
scene
is
has
gonna
to
spot
hit onto
2.
Celsius if they're going that way.
Okay, only 1.
Well, they spot out the KJ.
Gonna come
that's
down
not
to
the greatest
Celsius on
info
this,
match.
no
Well,
doubt.
Sartain is throwing the 0 point towards A, which is showing, you know, some more significant presence to Sentinels as to where they want to rotate.
Oh, the Vice util has moved though. The shock dart doesn't pick it up, and that can now be deployed. Yes, this buys a bunch of time for
Yeah, the
Sentinels.
phones are really good on this
Celsius
as well.
looking healthy enough now, and there's John comes in after the clone.
And honestly, Celsius is doing enough to just stay alive here.
John down 3 in the round, and he's not done yet. After Nozwa and Shenom once
Yeah,
more.
has his
He's got the
ult, just waits for the top of the spike.
There's just no time left, and this surely has to seal it with Nozwa falling. Shenom has
Dude,
to
John
pull
did
the
great though,
proverbial
and
weapon
Zekin's
from the
decoy
house.
was really nice to enable an extra kill on it. I also feel like Celsius did very nice to just stay
The
alive.
anchoring from John is just too strong there. He's going to give those
Yeah, and the Vice util
moments
is
of
good as well.
brilliance when required.
He's playing like the opposite side to all the Vice forms, so he can't get hit by knife. Oh, sorry, that's a lie. He's back his sight.
Util can still be used, and he moves it. There's a shock dart from Nozwa that goes to where the Razorvine was. It doesn't hit any of it. So he gets
Yeah,
to
dude,
slow
imagine he
things down.
actually knifed back his sight there.
And at what point for
that would've
MIBR
been
does the
nuts.
frustration set in?
How long was the
That you
non-shim
had
game?
all of these
Yeah,
opportunities to
22,
close the
right?
game
22-20.
But you just can't cross the finish line against this Sentinels team that are finding moments of individual brilliance in OT. John, Zekin, stepping up when required.
At what point does
The
frustration
heavy art
force you with a
punish.
mistake? Okay, there goes the clone. This is chaos here.
Boy, the
Unseen.
fade I just
Which
saved
is
them.
hanging out in the open. Oh, shit, it's an easy pickup for the raid as well. And Contenti now is going to feel the pressure.
Yeah, and they know this is
Forced
a
back by
free
the Prowler.
site.
A side of the map completely covered by Sen.
It's been a long time since we've seen an attack round, but this is looking good. And the rate really owned it with that fade eye, because they tanked that flash.
Should be able to trade this out and win. One more kill for John. Armageddon again, by the way, in an OT round.
Dude, Aspas has to retake with an op,
Aspas
no
has stepped
armor.
up here. Gonna swing
There's
for the
one.
fences. Second plucked out of the mix. Still 4 for Sen to work with, and John is very quickly getting back into this game. My goodness, he's been instrumental. Armageddon.
Then take yourself down, mate. Watch out.
John was able to dodge around it though. Sen need to cool it
Hold a
off.
little bit of time.
Still a player advantage. Aspas having a retake with an op at low health, and now Nozwa will be interrupted. Here's where the post-plant util becomes too oppressive to play into. Time is short. Aspas waiting, such patience in a moment like this. He's got to go for the defuse right about now. Tailwind gets the third. On for 4, but Celsius won't.
Okay, there's the attack rounds.
It just doesn't matter. The clock is too low. That is just where
This is the
Sen
first
comp
chance that Sentinels have
excels.
had.
And as you're describing it, it's MIBR trying to really force a play into Art where they heard the noise, pop flash in, but they were thrown into disarray from the utility that was coming in from Sen. I believe it was the clone running forward from Zekin, him and Narrate, able to play together to clean up both kills. Finally, an attack round won in OT.
Yes.
It has been a nightmare for MIBR to try and win one of those, and they need that to stay in the game, or as Sentinels going to Masters, and MIBR
Sentinels
going
hold over
home.
towards A
The team that's
main.
really defied the
They
odds,
do
an
tank the
organization
nade.
that
I mean,
hasn't
honestly,
found
getting hit by that
success
knife
yet
is like
in
the one.
VCT.
It means they can't
Now
disrespect
for
the
the first
smoke.
time with the star of Brazil, Aspas, they are on the cusp of staying in this series. They need to step up now.
I like this change up in terms of passive wall here as well. They've been pushing door all the time and creating a lot of pressure by finding this. It's a huge 1v1. Dude, it happened again. Is the crouch.
Oh, that's a tough one. The dynamic duelist out of the picture here for Sentinels. And now MIBR have a chance to start to close the net and take us to a 35th round of Pearl. Zelsa's a little fortunate there. Wind blows in the right direction.
Oh, wow. That's so intelligent from Bang with the recall smoke, so he can path for the rotate. But Shen, I'm aware he's gotten all of this space. It's called a rotate.
I mean,
all of MIBR
here comes the rotate.
Cortezia is in a position to hear all of this. The
Are they going through?
This timing window is
Oh boy.
insane.
It's unreal. He's going to get one. Surely no! Fate smiles on Sentinels, but Shennom's able to find Zelsa as he attempts to get to the B site.
Turns off that utility that was in the site as well. 4 versus 3. Can this be their first attack round?
Dude's just stuck in the mud, man. What is that?
The time is so low.
No plant yet.
15 seconds, they got a big stun here. They got 1 extra Astra Star also.
Sentinels trying to book their ticket to Masters Bangkok. And MIBR digging their heels in with their last ditch to take us to more overtime. Aspas will wait. Here's Artazine holding his ground.
Okay, nicely done.
We've got more valor in
Let's do it again, dude.
Absolutely
Why not?
mental. Both teams decide why not win an attack round this time. Sen with their first opportunity to close in OT. They can't get the job done. And if there's one thing you can certainly say about Artzin, he's playing with confidence, even with the importance of this game.
I mean, Zenom was the one that just
as an entry player, as an IGL,
sent it over towards B site.
he wins the duel against Zekin, one of the best aimers in the world.
Yeah, that's
to
true.
open that round up.
Then Shennom gets into B, calls that big rotate.
0 Point gets a ton of information for MIBR. It's certainly going to slow Sin down at least a bit. They get the orb onto Zekin, trying to play into
Okay,
the
another Sentinels round where they create pressure over towards
A.
A.
So much success across all of kickoff, having really leaned into
Pick up
Yoru.
seconds
This is such a
ult
clash
as well,
of
so if they wanted
meta
to,
decisions, these two
it
teams,
could be the
MIBR,
double
who are really playing
orb,
the classic agents on these maps, versus Sen that heavily
plant
leaned
down
into
as well.
Tejo. As soon as we began kickoff, have leaned fully into Vice, Yoru.
We're getting close to the back cover of the playbook for both teams here, surely.
Okay, got to the 1 minute mark. There's no pressure on Art, no pressure on Door. And Artzin pretty much calls for everyone at mids to just back all the way out and play really, really passive, just giving them map control.
Double initiator drone either side of mid, push Zekin into the lane.
Yeah, and we're going to be playing on time for this one. 3 people on site, triple stars, and they got a KO with Aspas.
They can go for this push now. So Aspas, yeah, got marked there for a moment.
Oh boy, here we go. Massive duel over towards B. I mean, it's a really good call on this one. The pivot over towards B. It all comes down to Cortezia.
At least get one in this situation.
Young Carlton Banks has to be the one to stand up under scrutiny.
Yeah, I'm not even sure they're going to comfortably be able to get a plant here.
His second pass is Aspas, though, that opens up the account. And Cortezia's got no reason to peek. What? Zekin's not ready. He swings on him. John has to go big.
Yeah, no time on this.
In dismay, sees the house of cards come crumbling down. And once again,
this map's outrageous, man. What's going on?
That is pace.
Been an hour 25.
Ruthless aggression from MIBR getting back into the B site. They stacked over A. Sen hit them with a great rotate. It's Cortezia's delay.
You blame me? Yeah, dude, I was bragging about all the sleep I was going to get. I blame myself too.
And you can always rely on Aspas to get at least 1 kill with the AWP. Picks off Zelsis, who was trying to get a kill via the one-way. But that one-way works just as well for the AWPer. MIBR, another opportunity to close this game out. What is this, 5 if I'm not mistaken, 6? I'm losing count, man, but they've had a hell of a lot of tries.
At this point in the map, there's nothing left but that pure grit and determination. will to win. Once again, MIBR, like you said, at advantage point here.
We've seen this from them before, that early drone to try and insert someone deep over towards the B site. It was Shannon before trying to find that lurk timing. Call to rotate late from his team to A to B. They've got a
The B hit to the Fawns. It's going to be a lot down to if Artsin does his normal knife. He's been doing his knife here.
They're able to get a player down Art. That's going to be checked though. I think John re-clears that with a stealth drone, and there's also going to be a...
Oh, Zelsis dodged it.
Confirm the position of Cortesia, but he's stuck here. He's going to go for water. Zelsis throws the one about to get busy. Razorvine disregarded. Enemies ignored. Smoke pushed into. And that's him that picks him up. Here's Cortesia now. He's a big problem. A thorn in the side.
Oh my.
No. Get him out of there!
Just barely half of his HP ripped away.
Let's see what the Fade Eye's got. Still no plant on this one. Teva. Sorry, Fade Eye.
They finally get the spike down.
MIBR are on the precipice here of staying alive in this series.
Okay, and you would imagine this is...
Strikes back with a vengeance.
Whoa!
Somehow their
Oh god.
through the masonry. Don't ask me how it hit. But Aspas is low. Sen have to get onto this side proper though.
Dude, where's Aspas going?
God knows where.
Where the hell's Aspas going? He's a spawn. Oh god. Dude, his plan is... Oh my.
What a
Oh god, have they lost the 2v4, dude? Where's bro going?
MIBR haven't gotten a better chance than that.
That's a safe
They kill the
plant.
anchors, trade out with man advantage. And then there it comes in, finds his two-piece. The spike isn't even planted for long. It's not even planted for long.
Oh, head in hands.
Oh my god.
Somebody placing a cubit, please.
That could mentally be the death
Oh
blow
man,
for
dude, the
MIBR.
coaches are really going through it. It's
Felt
incredible.
That was their win. That was where they were going to close the map out and get us to Pearl. They can't be out of it due to that, though. They have to stay in the game. As exhausting as it's been, as frustrating as it's been, that they haven't been able to close out with so many opportunities.
MIBR and Sentinels are both left it all out there on Pearl.
I mean, this is one of the most mental Valorant
There's
games
no
we've
way,
seen in
dude. That
some
was
time.
nuts.
Certainly
I can't believe their 8
kickoff.
managed to get a double.
It's MIBR with the last vestiges of strength trying to stay alive.
Knife goes over towards A main. Looks like it hit. Okay, they know that Astra's isolated over towards A main, so they go for a double push, but there's actually 3 people here to back him up. Swing. Whoa, Artsin and... Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's okay though, he did great. Yeah, we got the back end of it, but honestly his aiming was insane before that.
He comes back for a second bite of the apple. Cortesia will punish him.
Second's got a strong off angle. He should win this duel. But
an ill-fated attack round now has to be carried by Zekin and Zelsis.
oh my, bro, one tapped him. Dude, I'm not allowed to talk about anything in this game. The complete opposite happens no matter what.
Artsin is coming up with the most impactful kills in this OT.
Chat, I don't know what I can do, dude. You just want me to sit silent or something?
That tragic last round, he took matters into his own hands.
What is it going to take for MIBR to win this map, Wyatt? How much more?
He's trying to trade, but the crosshair is immediately on him. That position red by the IGL of MIBR. They've got, what is this, their 40th chance to close the game out?
Round
I don't know.
38.
Just mute.
I can't keep count.
It's been a patchwork of rounds.
Chat, I'll mute for 1 round. But dude, if they finish... Okay, chat, I'll mute for 1 round. But if it goes overtime again, I'm talking the whole time.
Serve in this overtime. Second with an Aspas look here, could be overwhelmed.
First time, I believe that they've even played with this operator.
He's got to get out.
To cross second is going to be trouble.
Okay.
Just in time, gets away.
Spidey senses clearly tingling, and there's Aspas down. Okay, Celsius in a ridiculous position. Arzine walks face first into it.
We're going all night. We're going till 2
I don't know if you
a.m.
have
on
any
this
plans
map.
this evening. Cancel the reservations. We're locked in.
Slowing down just a tad in the mid-round.
The round wins and losses will continue until morale improves.
Shannon, he's got the spike crucially over towards that B site.
Okay, a moment here for Shannon to consider the situation. He knows likely the side is still canvassed, of course, with that Vice util.
I mean, MIBR on the map right now looking like the mini-map in my ranked games, bro. They're everywhere. There's no one is playing together. And Nosworth's just trying to get into A.
I mean, how much is your mental bandwidth
30 seconds
taxed?
left.
30 seconds.
The spike, by the way, is still in Wichita, Kansas. Okay, here it comes. Making its way cross country. Haunt, though, does get a ping. Noswa delayed here from this plant.
The time is so low, and you're trying to plant against this comp. Good luck.
There's got to be a gap, though, in this util at some point. Cortese gets the rate. There's no stop on the spike plant. MIBR have a real chance of this. In what was a 3v5, they're down to 2 now.
And Cortese is just so low on HP. It's going to be in the hands of Nos. We're playing from Art.
All right, shot missed there for Zelsus. He gets off the line. Noswa
That was
peers in.
a timing that he should have hit.
Cortesia, there's going to be a defuse at some point. And eventually, the numbers now start to drop away. 27 points of health and a dream for
And
Cortesia.
a bullet, a single bullet.
And they'll block the shots as long as they have
Okay,
to.
chat. It didn't change anything. We're still here.
That distance.
A kill that means nothing there for Cortesia at the end of the round.
They just stepped out of only.
That's in
Holy man.
life.
We just don't stop.
This is now a record for the most rounds played in a VCT Americas game, folks. The longest match.
Dude, that was incredible.
Longest map, rather, we have
Okay,
ever seen.
we tried everything, chat. I'm out of
38
ideas.
rounds for Zekin to bust out the defensive glass getting off an OT. He just realized it after 2 hours of game. Wait, what if I op a B long? I haven't bought that yet.
Stay with us as we descend into madness, folks. And into uncharted territory on Pearl. One thing's for sure,
I've
you're
hit
guaranteed a
3,
good
so
time.
now there's 3 over towards A main.
Can Sen get to advantage here?
At this point, just take it to Drift and end this with a TDM game.
Some real Drift fans in the room, I appreciate it. So last time, well, the last longest game was another Aspas one. Okay, a moment here to breathe. I appreciate it myself.
Portal closed.
Very slow default here for Sen, giving up much of the map, hoping for a walkout from MIBR.
Yeah,
Frankly,
normally
it's
at
not
one
going to
point
come.
they, and I think this is what
It is
Sentinels are
patient
waiting
from
for,
Sentinels
like
at
they
the
normally
moment.
knife over
Typically, they've
towards
been putting
A.
a lot of emphasis
It
on
hasn't happened
heavy
yet.
pressure, Art and Link at the same
Should be
time.
now. Knife goes
the
in,
double
they get hit
drones
by the
from their
knife. This is what they
initiators.
wanted, right?
This is the smallest of angles from Cortezia.
It is a pinhole.
I mean,
Dude, they got
fair as
4-person
well that
stack
MIBR
over
are
towards A
playing
is where
rather
they're
safe
ending.
here. They put so
Okay,
much
hold up.
emphasis on a main control.
We've cursed the rotates now.
Cortesia
Passive from
Artson's
both
sent it over
sides.
towards B.
gives himself away. Zekin was pushed back by the alarm bot, so he's going to get through now. Aspas.
Oh
surely
boy,
ready for
Aspas
this.
is actually in trouble.
Okay. Prowler just took a
Yeah,
giant
this is the
bite
first
out
time
of
they have A main
Shield.
control.
Dirtiest of
The
angles.
nice angle.
Sees Zekin coming.
Nothing to
MIBR
stop the
able to play
plant
your
though.
advantage, but we're in a post-war world now.
That was
Aspas
close,
going to
bro.
the Razorvine.
Chat, you
50.
gotta keep an eye on the rate
Zelsa
on this
setting
one.
up
He
more
might
of
be
this
tempted to make a
architecture
play.
now. How do MIBR
He's
get through all
super
this
tempted.
util? First Razorvine.
The Razorvine is so good for delay. John still
Okay, it
has
doesn't
that
go for the
concussive
round the world. He
crucially.
still
He
has
the guide
Fade
itself.
Eye.
It was for
He still
more
has
delay,
Tether that
and
went
he's
out right
alive.
now.
There's stars on the spike. Guys, we gotta move.
Yeah, they gotta go
We have to get
fast.
this
There's
util
so
out.
much
They can't
here.
lose anyone to these salvos.
Then they got
MIBR
Astrosuck.
get off, but Nos was down though. Aspas. Shorty in the smoke.
Tap Astrosuck.
Kinda must in the kitchen with a candlestick.
Aspas is trying to
Finds Aspas.
get some kind of
2 left
info
for
so they can
Sentinels, and
spam
push
through it.
It's
Massive
all
duel.
Jackson's.
Holy. And they got
Keeps up.
time. They
The
made that
ghost.
look kind of convincing.
The
Respect.
tiniest of timing windows.
Cortezia has owned it.
3 seconds remaining. MIBR, they are able to rush that crossfire setup to Art, to A main.
Dude, how
Aspas,
are we at 20 to
he geared-
19?
He served as the distraction with the updraft spin so they could get into May, and Cortezia finding the timing off the reload to win that last fight. This was such a sick angle.
Yeah, that angle is
from
sick.
Shannon, by the way, just to get that first kill.
Oh,
This
My
is
God, man.
VCT America's Hotel California, folks. You can check out whenever you like, but you ain't leaving.
And surely MIBR finally close out now after being at the advantage. Oh my God. I mean, Kaplan is being tortured by this game.
On the upside, we've discovered the cure for hypotension, Wyatt. For Kaplan.
Similar opening that we've seen from MIBR, which feels
yeah.
dumb
Does
as
feel
hell
like
to
we've
say
been
at
here
this
before.
point. We've seen
And
everything they've got.
Zelsis
The
has
start
really
book,
perfected dodging this
it's
knife.
Absolutely.
Because he's had to dodge it about 20
We're on
times.
the bleeding edge of Valorant. Okay, that util doesn't really shake Zekken at all. Zelsa's tucked as per usual. This has got to be a spot you check. Aspas gets across the side and John just
Damn,
gets
bro.
right to the
Aspas
right.
is actually so sick.
And they're so
3v5.
Wyatt, they're so close. Narrator with something to say. Zekken's found one and we're down to a 3-piece each. But there's Artazine. Crucially, Zekken gets another. Spike. No plan of that yet, and Shenum, he is on in.
Holy crazy map. Okay, we're still here. The dream's still alive for them. 2-1 in maps. We're going split, and their split's pretty legit. Chat, this map was 1 hour, 36 minutes long.
Who could have booked their ticket to Masters